Good morning and welcome. I'm going to attempt to teach you how to fill out your registered mail envelopes, how to complete your envelopes for mailing your documentation. All right, so this video is provided by the North Carolina Assembly. This is the How to Mail Documents Guidebook, and we are the North Carolina General Education Assembly. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We need to gather up our tools and our utensils, our tools and our products. So we'll need a pencil. I prefer to have a pencil to be able to mark on the envelope. You'll need a black marker or a black pen to be able to write your addresses and fill out the forms. A pair of scissors to cut the tape. This is just a little tap filled with water and a wet nap. Over here we have packing tape. This is water activated glue based packing tape with threads in it. You can get this right off of Amazon. These three forms here are Form 3806. This is your in-person receipt of mailing. This one is 3811. This is your green card or return receipt of mailing, where on one side you'll have your address. This is the card that comes back to you. And the final one is the label 200, which is a two-part label where you have the bottom part, which is a pull-off number, and the top barcode part, which is a matching number. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the tape to fit the envelope. So I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to stretch it all out, and I'm going to cut two long and two short. So I've already done that. Here's two long. You see they go to where the fold is, not to the end of the thing, because this is going to be folded to here. So it's the two long ones, and then I've got two short ones. Okay, and because I'm extra, I fold them in half to make my life easier, and I cut them at a 45-degree angle on the end to make them fit on the paper envelope easier. Chop that one off at a 45, fold it in half, chop the other one off at a 45, boom. Okay. Get rid of all that. So now I've got my 4 pieces of tape. I'm going to prep the contents. I need my pen and my pencil. I need to take the letter that I'm going to use. So this is my example letter that this is a Secretaries of State to Elaine Marshall. We're going to use this as the example. I need to pick a registered mail ID number. So I'm just going to tear one of these right off the top. Okay, I'm going to write this number here right on the document that I'm sending. Black pen or blue pen. Okay. I'm now going to take that same number. I'm going to write the last 3 digits on the back of this envelope. That way I know what ID number is inside the envelope. Save that. Document goes directly in. Of course, this is after you've all signed it. You've done all the completion work. You've got the red turned to black and all of that. Put all your documents in. Grab your little wet nap and tape that or glue that bad boy right into place. Okay. All your documents are now sealed into the envelope. Now, there's a lot of work still to do before we do anything else on the outside of the envelope. So you can see why it's kind of important to be able to recall which envelope you're using. That way you know what document is inside there, or what number you should be using on the outside of the envelope for that document. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tape this document up. We're going to grab our 4 pieces of tape and set this one over here. Now, do the sealed part first. Okay, take your folded cut piece of short tape, get it wet. Nice, brief, quick little touch, does a great job. Make sure you cover up this seal with the edge of the tape. This one doesn't have to be perfectly aligned in the crease, because it's more important that we cover that seal of the envelope. Flip it over, make it nice and snug. Go ahead and apply the other 3 pieces in the same fashion. I bend them like that so that they just pretty much flop right on, nice and easy, and then I cut them like that so they make nice clean corners without a bunch of overlap and thickness. Okay, so now we have all 4 edges taped. Give them a second to dry up a little bit and start to stick real good. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to go like that because I'm extra. Okay, so the first things we do here, we're going to start by addressing our envelope. We need to confirm we have the right number. So 825, 825, excellent. We're going to take one of the green cards and one of the white cards. So the 3806 and the 3811. We're going to put the 2 here on the front of 3811. And this goes to, in the case of the document that's in there, Elaine Marshall, and some address here. Okay. You're going to come right over here and you're going to say registered mail. Make sure you're not checking registered with restricted delivery. You don't really want that. We're going to take the white bottom of the number and put it in this little space right here. Okay. I'm going to flip this bad boy over and put your name and address here. Oops. Okay. Always make sure you use your care of. This guy, we take these off here. This gets set nice and low. I prefer to cover up the edge of the tape because I want there to be obvious distortions if somebody tries to open the tape in advance. So that goes right there. Next, I'm going to address the white and the envelope. So the envelope gets the same 2. Right here, we're going to go from. Care of. Okay. We're going to take this guy right here and do the same thing. First, registered mail. The registration number. RF. From is your address. To is the addressee. Okay, this doesn't get affixed to the envelope. You take this home with you when you go to the post office. So what I do is, so I don't separate it, I take the two pieces, they're stuck together. They're going to put this in the printer and print it. And it's going to print out the fees that you paid, and then they're going to stamp it as paid. So this you get back. They keep the bottom copy, you get the top copy back. So this, I just stick it behind the green card so that it doesn't fall off, right? Just like that. Nice and easy. We're going to take this last piece of the sticker of the registration number. It goes right there. And again, I put it just over the edge and just over the edge of the tape. Now, the reason I do that is because the post office next comes by and they have to stamp with a big stamp. It's about that big. And they go all the way around the outside, and they prefer not to have to interfere with the barcode or the label, right? Or the addressing. So they'll try, and they need the room is all. That's it. Now you're going to take this document right here, this package, just like it sits. You're going to take this to the post office. You'll hand this whole thing to them, and you'll say, please allow me to put my own denominational stamps on it. They'll weigh it. They'll determine how much it's going to cost based on registered mail. It's usually around $24. And then you will supply the denominational stamps. You'll then take a couple of tens, and usually it's about $24. So I'll take 2 tens and then 2 of these 2s, boom, boom, press them on really good, push it across the desk to the guy, and that's it. From there, they'll pull this off, stick this in the printer, process the rest of this. This goes away, and you get your top sheet back. Okay, so you leave with this. Once the document has been delivered, once the package has been delivered, somebody's going to sign for it and date. When that happens, the mail carrier will rip this card off, and you'll get this card back in the mail. This is your green card. This is your proof of delivery, and it matches the number that's on the document inside here on the registered document. That's it. That's all there is to it. Thank you very much for watching.